Hi, and welcome back to a new tutorial from Antonio, PC Learning for Beginners. In this video tutorials, I'm going to show you how to set up a simple VLOOKUP in MS Excel. Um, you, uh, you can use this lookup is from up 2010 and onwards in Excel. For previous version 2003 and 2007, you might have to set up a range name instead of just a normal VLOOKUP range. So anyway, let me show you. What I prepared for you. I start here. So I set up the sheet here. As you can see here, I just changed it over to the starting position. This is in German, but it doesn't matter. It can be in English, can be in whatever language you want. What I want to represent with this one here is, what are the different income terms which are used for shipping from the exporter to the importer, and they're different. There are different income terms for different ways of delivering your goods to a to your buyer. There are several, but anyway, I don't want to I don't want to tell you here what it all is. I just want to show you how I set this up. Now you can do this. I used Incoterms here, but you could use it now for a lot of other things. Example, I don't know if you have cooking recipes or whatsoever, and you want to, you don't want to go through the whole list, what is what, which is what, whatsoever, and you can use this lookup here, and it will, show up all the meanings and select your data. Anyway, so example here, I have here selected all the different income terms which are used nowadays. The one of the most common one is Xworks, yeah, which has less responsibilities and is also the cheapest one. And here I put in which group this belongs. Is written in German here, but it doesn't matter. You can search it also in your language. And so I then here with red, yellow, and green, which is a conditional formatting, I highlight then according to which position is which. As you can see here, I got different positions, yeah. And Xwork just highlights the first one, because that means that when if I sell something and I make it Xworks, that means that the customer is responsible or more or less for everything from the transport, even the loading. That is per Xworks. So now let me go down here. Now then we got FCA, and as you can see here again, it tells me free carrier. Gives it then the what are my what are my rules I have to apply for. So I have to make, for example, here I have to make all the documentation until to the ZOL or the custom, yeah. I am responsible here, example, until loading. And I have also to has to pay the loadings. So if someone comes for me and he has FCA document, then I'm responsible for the documentation until here, until up to the custom, and I'm responsible. The responsibility of the goods are mine until they are completely loaded, and also I have to pay for the loading, and so on. There are different ones we can see here. Here I change it again, and anyway, the thing is here is in this part here I use a conditional formatting, which according to which I which I'm choosing here, it shows me my responsibilities. FOB example, documentation's only up to the custom, but I'm responsible. I have to take all the I have to take all the cost until it's actually loaded on the ship or on an airplane, yeah, and so on. The last one is DDP, which means I'm responsible for everything here. And there's also the description. What does it mean? Which are the clauses I have to be looking in, and so on. Anyway, now let's check up how this one is working. So here I got my data, and as you can see, it's been set up with the Incoterm, with a group, the function 1, function 2, function 3, which are actually these ones here, this, and this. And then I have there the meaning, which is in this part here. And then down here, the last one, I have then all the, you know, all the responsibilities, so you can see who is responsible for what I have to do, what I don't have to do. But like I said, you can use this one now for anything. I just want to show you here how I set up this. So it has all my data I have, and that one I did put under a, if I go here under formulas, I believe I put in I give it a name manager. Under name manager, I give them a term here which I called Incoterms, and refers to the data, refers to the data sheet and to the range here. So if I press on here, you can see it picked up all this range here. Okay, so that means also that my name range is being set up properly. Now if I go back now to Incoterms here, and that is where I put in all the formulas with a lookup. For example, here, as you can see in the first formula here, yeah, is showing me that if A9, which is this one here, let me go back here and show the view so I can see also the headings. So as you can see here in A9, oops, in A9 I put up this where is it again, data. I put out then the data validation here, data validation, and you see here I put up a list, and the source is I put it in per hand, meaning so you put in here, or you can make a separate list on your data sheet and name that one as give it a name, and then you take up all the data which are in there. I put them in here like this by hand, yeah. Just make sure that each word is separated always by a comma. So, and that's it. Now I do OK. So we got then set up the data validation, which means now every time I go up here, I get provided with a list, which I put in the data validation. Now let me go back here to one of these here. It doesn't really matter. And now you can see in this fields here, I put then the formula in with the Vlookup. So example, in the first one here I got, in this one here I got, it says that if A9 says bitte hier starten or please start here, yeah, then here it don't show me anything. If it's true, if it's true. If it's not true, because it says here FRS, then go make me a lookup. Look up this cell here. So then you put in the formula of here Vlookup in parentheses, of course. That is your lookup A9 again. Yeah, and make sure that A9 is as absolute, because you always want to refer to this cell and not to any other cells once you copy the formula down. Then look the name of Incoterms, which I showed you before, which is under your name manager, and then get me the second column. Get me the second column, yeah, from the right, yeah, and the rest then it can be false, or you don't have to put nothing in there. So that is what it gives me in here, yeah, as you can see. Okay, now here in this one here, then you can see it's the same formula. The only thing it changes now is the Incoterms, then column 3. Here is column 4, column 5, column 6, and column 7. As you can see, always the columns change up here. Now, let me get out of here. Now, if you go into the data, you see here, this is, that is number 1. Yeah, the columns. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So in the first formula, we're going to look under this one here, which is, that is why it's going to show you. That is why it's going to show you up in this part here. Then in number 3, we got, it shows the document. It shows you the second function and third function, which are these 3 here, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, the colors here, they are made with conditional formatting. So, and then after that we got we are now on number 5, which is this one here, or better say that's number 6, which we are in here, and then down here we are on number 7, which would be the last part. So that is very important. It's very important that you that when you put in a lookup, yeah, you use the properly columns. So, and I mean, as you can see, it was not difficult. It's not difficult to set up a Vlookup. They come very handy if you have to do several things. For example, you can use a lookup to populate Excel sheets, to call up certain, your employees' information or whatever. You just have to give a full reference to one cell where you enter that, or you can enter that data here, or like I did, I set up a data validation here, yeah. And the data validation, you could use also use a like I said, a name, name here. For example, I would put in here now all Xworks, STA, and whatever, yeah. I would have put them here on a list, put in here Incoterms, and then just put them in a row down here. Then I would select then this range here, yeah, and give it a name, for example. Yeah, and that you can do then here under the formulas, manage name, make a new one, select your data, and so on. Anyway, that is how easy it is to set up something like that. Now, let's okay. Here I don't have much data. I only got like, well, 10 or 12. But imagine now you have a list of customers, and there are, I don't know, 500, 600,000 of names in there. This would help you very easy to find a certain customer or a certain employee in your company and have all the data. Important is that you put up all your fields there, yeah, with a formula, and then when you make the lookup, you reference always to one cell here, and then if you haven't set up, like here I set up a name range, you don't need to use a name range. You can use also you could use also just go press when you enter this one here, when you enter the lookup, then you press here on the data, for example. I don't want to do that, but because it's going to change me here everything. But if you set up here, you click here then on data, then you select your range you want to do, and then just make sure that you give it the right column. So if, for example, I only have here like 7, yeah. As example, I would have had here another, I don't know, 10 or 15, all in one row, and that for all the rest of row. Then just make sure that you use the right column to collect the data. Maybe I'm going to make show you also in another tutorial how you can use the VLOOKUP for a little bit more different information. This is just simple to show you how it works. Now think about this. Let's example, I don't know. You have records, you have DVDs, you have I don't know, a list of whatever, of books and so, or recipes, cooking recipes. You can set a form up like this here. No, not like this, but you can set up, okay, let's say example for recipes, and you put in here then your list with all the recipes you might have. You only need to you only need to select that one, and it will then populate the rest of your cells. So anyway, like I said, this was a short tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, share and like, and I'm looking forward to see you in our next tutorial. Thank you very much again for watching, and until next time.